I have read you as a person, and I know you know when Valentine's Day is. So for me personally, I didn't understand why you felt the need to lie, like, is it on the 17th? Because that's such a little thing. And to me, it gave me the impression that if you can lie about something small like that, you could probably lie about big things.
So BU does not know which day is Valentine's Day. I find that one hard to believe, and I can understand why Venus would also find it hard to believe. Like, who doesn't know Valentine's Day? Who doesn't know that it's on the 14th? It's like forgetting Christmas or forgetting which day is New Year. It's hard to believe, Sha. Although maybe there's a possibility that some people don't actually know the particular dates. There's a possibility. It's not completely impossible, but it is hard to believe. He was now giving an example with his mom's birthday, that he usually forgets his mom's birthday every year, even though they get to celebrate it, like, you know, really big. But that one is different. Like, I feel like it's easier to forget somebody's birthday than all these holidays or all these public days that people celebrate. I don't know, Sha, but that's one of the things she pointed out when she was laying her breakup speech. So when it comes to Venus and BU, it's almost as if they break up and make up almost every single day. But it's looking like this particular one is going to last, and this one is serious. So she was just giving him a piece of her mind and the things that he has done to her that she finds like offish. So that's the conversation they had earlier. Then later on, she had a conversation with Zeno, and it was just generally about her relationship life from when she started dating till now. And then Zeno also gave his own story. In fact, Zeno was the first to give his own story, and she was now telling her own dating story before she now got to BU. And when she got to BU's situation, I've not welcomed you guys to my channel. See, I'm already talking up and down. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, please do to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So as I was saying, she was not giving her own story, and then she got to BU and mentioned that she kind of just noted that she's not feeling that way towards him. Like, the love is not really there. Obviously, it's too early to be loving somebody now, Venus. But she just said that she has felt love before and she knows how it is. So she's not going to like settle for less. And then much more than that, she's not going to, you know, be in a situation that is toxic and he comes across like somebody that is toxic. I was like, wahala.
So that's love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I felt it before, so that's why I can't just take whatever just for the sake of. I know that females can learn to love someone, but I don't want to do that to myself. I want the best love, and I don't want it to be toxic. And I can tell that he's toxic.
For me, I feel like for BU, I don't know whether to say he seems toxic, but there's some signs, there's some things that makes it feel like, yeah, there's a little bit of toxicity there, because there are several times I've seen him address issues with some of the females. Like, some of the times that like if you bring an issue to him, it's almost like he plays dumb every single time. Like, you're telling him something and he'll be acting like he doesn't get what you're saying. It's almost like you're the only one seeing it. You would seem like you're going crazy. Like, gaslighting basically is very good at gaslighting, except he's very naive. I don't know, I'm sorry for all the words I'm using, but except he's really naive, and he's all, because it has to be that it's either he's naive or he's playing dumb. And it's the same thing he did with Venus today. Like, Venus was saying different things that she has seen, and he was just acting like he didn't even know what she was talking about, or she was just overthinking everything. So those things can just make you feel like you're going crazy or you don't know what you're doing. So I can understand why she feels like this might be a toxic situation. You know, maybe that will work for another person, but for the kind of person that she is, oh my god, there's a way it is. And then let's talk about GASH1 today. In fact, this whole week has been about GASH1, especially with the housemates. But for today, they had their diary room session, and there are certain things that were said. So Yoli went to the diary room and she talked about GASH1 and the fact that, you know, she has noticed that they're looking on him, and it's looking like it's going to affect their wager, that she doesn't feel like they're going to win the wager. And she was not the only one that talked about this in her diary room session. A lot of them said it. So after that, she was still feeling some type of way. So she later spoke to Norman about it. Norman now revealed to her what he heard that is making them treat him, that's GASH1, some type of way. That it was what he told Umpo about Libo and also told Venus about BU. Like he carried an information to Mpo about Libo, carried another information to Venus about BU, almost like he's trying to scatter the ships. So that's why the whole attitude, there's a lot of attitude towards him.
Mpo took that information, went and played house mommy and daddy, and told Libo. I understand why she might do that, but to me, it's like we went from being so close, the three of us, to her really just kind of flaking.
So Yoli was now like that. It's not fair for you to like literally gang up on somebody that is like the number of people that are coming against him. There are a lot of people, and it's somehow it's not fair. So she was just expressing how she felt about it. She did not feel good about it. Then after a while, she started crying.
It's very unclear when I do that. Like, why would he? Obviously, he can see and hear what's going on. Why subject somebody through that?
You have to harden up, Yoli. This is a game. These people are not even there to even. Everybody in that house is like this. So you have to woman up. So Norman called GASH1 on the side to tell him everything that he heard. And he now started off by asking him what's up. That this is what has been going around in the house. That you told Mpo this and you told Venus this, and I was like, me.
And then went and repeated the very same chat and had it with fucking Mpo. Who? With Mpo. And then about Libo. Why would you fucking do that in this house? Me. And the worst thing is, I didn't hear it from Mpo.
Like, he just acted like he didn't even know any situation on ground. He said that the only situation that he knows is Tato and Yoli. That obviously he tried to get with Tato at first. Like, he got close to Tato, then later on started getting close to Yoli, and it was almost like he almost turned them on each other. Although he did not explain it further, but I've kind of been observing what has been going on with himself, Yoli and Tato. So now when it comes to Mpo and Libo, he was saying that he did not say anything bad to Mpo about Libo. He now talked about one time where Libo approached him and asked him whether he likes Mpo. That is, asked GASH1 whether he likes Mpo, and GASH1 was like, he likes her, but he's not going to chase it. That he's seeing how they are. That's Libo and Mpo, how close they are getting. So he's not going to try to chase her. That he respects the whole me and everything.
It's so funny how Libo asked me if I want Mpo. I told her, no, I like Mpo, but I'm noticing the way you guys are so close. I'm not gonna approach. I'll never step on the homie's toes.
When he said that, I was like, hold up. Wait a minute. You, like, literally, GASH1, the nights that Mpo and GASH1 had a conversation, GASH1 made it clear to her that, okay, he would like to have something to do with her outside. That if things don't work out with Libo, he did not say he wanted to overthrow Libo. Like, if they don't work out, he's there. So basically, he said that. He also mentioned that he told her that he likes her, and then also told her that for Libo, he just wants to knock in the house. Like, that's just what it's about. He just wants to knock in the house. So, that statement did not sit well with me. At that point, I was like, GASH1, even me as a viewer, it's hard to really understand at what point GASH1 is playing a game, and at what point he's not remembering things, and at what point he's more. So after that, he now highlighted another conversation that he had with Libo, that he was telling Libo that, okay, does he want any information on Mpo, since, maybe he may be skeptical and everything. So more like there was a go ahead. Then he now went to meet Mpo and had a conversation with Mpo, and try to know what's going on in their relationship. And Mpo told him that's GASH1, that Libo is aggressive. That's why she's not, that's the issue in their relationship, that Libo is aggressive, and that every time Libo sees him with her, that's GASH1 with Mpo, that he becomes furious, and that kind of scares Mpo.
If you ever need info on Mpo, maybe you want to make a move and you are a bit harder than me, he's like, I can't do that. So I sit down with Mpo. Mpo explains to me why he doesn't want to be with Libo. Libo's aggressive, Then
he now went back to Libo and told Libo that, this is what is making Mpo feel, some type of way about you. So he needs to tone it down. That she feels like he's coming too much on her. That Libo is like, putting so much pressure on her. So he needs to calm down.
But isn't this girl is acting the way she's acting because you're coming too hard and she's hearing, you know what I'm saying? So there's just a certain thing that you just too down, man.
So now that particular conversation, I feel like there was a miscommunication somewhere, because from what I listened, like when I listened to their conversation, Mpo, the red flag that she gave was pressure. Yes, he's applying pressure. That Libo is kind of applying pressure and doing so much. In terms of, there's Vino and Terry, their relationship. Libo is looking at them and is using idea to apply pressure on her, and she doesn't like being pressured, and she doesn't want him to rush things. But now the word in here is aggressive, you know. So I think it's either maybe he did not just have the right words to express it, but him saying Libo aggressive, Mpo is scared of him, that did not really fit into the way Mpo gave the information. And for Venus too, it's the same thing. They did not really discuss Venus issue, but the same thing happened with Venus and happened with Mpo. He told Venus certain things about BU that are kind of negative, and told Mpo certain things about Libo that may make her see him in a bad light. So this whole stirring of the pot thing started from him, that's GASH1. But in my head, I felt like it's just a game. But at this point, I don't know whether he's even playing both the viewers, the housemates, I don't know. But the way he received this information, and he now even shook Norman like, thank you.
That's my point. No, steady boy, you know I got you. I love this. I don't want you now getting confused as to...
There's going to be a little bit of stirring the pot. I'm just watching to see how this is going to play out. Let's see the next move. Let's know how everything, I don't know if there's going to be a confrontation. There are a lot of things that were said tonight. Even Norman was saying that Libo is being used by Mpo, that she's kind of manipulating him, sort of. And then Mpo is also using Tabi, that she's just using them to do her bidding. Let's see the next plot that will happen. I'm interested to know how everything will play out. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye, love you.